as I've said many times before, with me, if you come to these classes, everything is possible. For those who are meeting me for the first time, when I started doing yoga, I was extremely physically handicapped, and today I'm a yoga teacher. And I've been doing that for about 30 years. So I have some experience, and I like to do yoga with humor and just have fun with the body. For those who are relatively new to this, basically what I encourage you to do is to do 100% of what you can do and not anymore. All right, because if you do that, then you're doing 100% yoga. It's not about doing perfect positions that are in a book or perfect positions that you can see even on internet or YouTube. Okay, this is not called yoga perfect. It's called yoga practice. And today we're going to increase the tempo a little bit. So we're going to be looking at strength and balance. So before we do that, we're going to land, of course, on the mat. So again, if you wish to, you can place a cushion under the base of the spine. All this does is allow the pelvis to relax, the lower back, and you can sit into the body in a completely different way than if you don't have it. Then after a while, of course, when the muscles are there, then you can remove it. We rest the hands gently on the knees. And today I'm going to encourage you again to take the first of the mudra positions, top of the first finger, top of the thumb together on both sides. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, you can just rest the hands. And the other three fingers should be nice and relaxed. The palms of the hands should be relaxed. We're not trying to stretch out anything, we're just relaxing. Rest the hands on the knees, make sure the elbows are relaxed and the shoulders. And then, if you wish to, closing the eyes. If you prefer to relax and start the session with the eyes open, you may do so. It's just to look at a point on the floor in front of you. I want you to become aware of the contact between you and the floor or the ground where you are. The space that you are in. Maybe you're in a room, in a course room like here, or in your home, or on the beach. It doesn't matter where we are as long as we're conscious of where we are. We feel the support from the earth beneath us. Feel the flow of your body as the body breathes. If you watch carefully, you'll notice that almost everything in the entire body is moving with the breath. As much as possible, allow the breath to be completely natural, without control and definitely without sound. It's almost as if you were asleep. You don't have to think, breathe in, breathe out. The body does it automatically, and when we're conscious, we can sit and watch. We're going to come up to the mind now. I would like you to almost feel or experience the mind as a space. It is a space that your thoughts travel through. And if we make this space extremely small, then we only experience the thoughts. I'd like to encourage you to expand the space of your mind. Just push the edges out just that little bit. Look beyond your thoughts, maybe to the center of this space. And here we can sit in this consciousness and watch. It is a place without judgment, right or wrong. It is a place of compassion, understanding, love. And a place we can always return to whenever we wish, once we know that it is there, beyond your thoughts. And then when you are ready, slowly and gently opening your eyes. Welcome. Good. Okay, so today we're going to work with a little bit of strength. We're going to, like I said, increase the tempo just a little bit. So we're going to start at the back of the mat. So just gently come to the knees at the back of the mat. And we're going to separate the knees out to the sides, come into an easy version of the child position. I'm going to bring the stomach, or I encourage you to bring the stomach down between the upper legs, bring the forehead down and rest the arms along the side of the body. And allow the stomach to sink down so that the breath is completely free. Closing the eyes. Conscious now of how the earth again is supporting your body, but in a completely different way. Maybe the back of the hands are heavy on the floor and the shoulders are relaxed. We're going to inhale, coming up out of the position. You bring the knees together in the center, and we exhale the hands forward to the knees, coming into hero. I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to come into arm lock. So we're going to bring the left hand into the center of the upper back. So what we can do in the beginning is to take the wrist with the right hand. We bring the elbow into the side of the body, and then we can help the left hand up the back. Now, it doesn't matter if you only get to here or only here. The thing is, we're doing exactly as I said, 100% of what you can. Keep the elbow into the side of the body, and now take the right over the shoulder. Connect your hands behind the back if possible. Once you've connected them, we can start to close the fingers on each other, and then bring the thumbs to the outside of your little fingers. Once we're in that position, then we take an extension from basically the right hip all the way up to the right shoulder. So if you just watch here, you can see how I'm gently pushing the shoulder up, or the elbow towards the top of the room, and that creates a little bit of space within the shoulder on the right side. So we're not trying to take the shoulder back here, it's up towards the top of the room. We now have deep conscious breathing to the stomach. So I want you to close the eyes, and I want each inhale to be completely active. So you fill the body with air all the way down into the stomach or abdomen. Once you've completely filled the body, relax and allow the air to simply leave the body. It will do this automatically. We then actively inhale again, filling the body. We relax and allow the air to simply leave the body. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. one more time. Inhale, active inhale. Relax, passive exhale. We then gently release both hands forward to the knees, returning to hero position and relaxing both shoulders again. As some of you are probably already experiencing, there's quite a contrast between the right side of the body, and particularly the right arm, and the left. We're just simply experiencing this. Maybe the right arm feels a little warm or even cold, or both. Or the flow of blood through the arm, the shoulder and the upper back. We then gently open the eyes. I'm going to turn around. We're going to change sides. So we're now good, of course, going to bring the right hand into the center of the upper back. So again, take the right hand behind the back, take the left hand to your to the wrist, and pull the right elbow into the side of the body. We then lift the right hand as high as possible up the back. Eventually the hand will come up between the shoulder blades, and we're going to take the left over the shoulder. We connect the hands again behind the back, close the fingers on each other, thumbs outside the little fingers, and then the extension from the left hip to the left elbow. Just creating that little bit of space inside the shoulder on the left side. And then again, this conscious breath to the stomach. Active inhale, passive exhale. And we gently release the position again, bringing the hands back to the knees. Relax the shoulders, close your eyes, and now conscious of the left arm. And then we gently open the eyes. So I like to encourage you to actually understand why we're doing certain positions, and this feeling that we get when we do this and we actually watch and take the time to actually look at what we're doing and how it's actually feeling, it makes all the difference. So there's just this added flow through the whole of the upper body when we do this position. It's not just about being uncomfortable, which is what a lot of people assume yoga is about. You know, we do the yoga and we become uncomfortable. No, it's just to do what you can. That's all. And like I said, when I started, I was very, very physically handicapped. In fact, it took me 10 years just to touch my toes. So you just take the time you need. That's all. And that's the way I teach. So good. Again, we're going to be at the back of the mat. And we're going to come forward now with the hands under the shoulders. We're going to continue into cat or cat-cow. We're going to move the knees out so they're in a straight line with your hands. And we're going to curl up the toes so the heels up towards the top of the room. So you can look back, make sure that everything is in a nice straight line. And then drop the head down between the arms. Good. Make sure you have nice balance here. And we can inhale, bring the stomach and the back down towards the mat. Then we lift the head and we extend the shoulders as we look towards the top of the room. Now we're going to exhale through the mouth and push up. Full extension here. Push the back up to the top of the room or to the sky above you. Stomach in. Inhale. We bring the back down, the stomach down towards the mat. We lift the head and we extend the shoulders. Good. Exhale, push up. So we keep the elbows straight at all times. Inhale. Back comes down, lift the head, extend the shoulders, and then we exhale. Pressing up maximum. One more time. Inhale, back comes down. Keep the stomach in. Lift the head and extend the shoulders, enjoying the lower back. And then exhale. Pressing up maximum. Good. We now relax the back, the stomach muscles, and straighten your feet. I'm going to bring the knees together in the center of the mat. Hands are still under the shoulders at the moment. And we're going to come into the second tiger position. Actually, the second tiger is actually easier than the first. So it's basically about balance, which we were talking about in the beginning. So we drop the head down. Again, this is just gently stretching out the upper back and the back of the neck. Feet and knees are together. And we inhale, lifting the head. We then take the right leg out straight, parallel to the floor. So we can actually look back, make sure that the leg is parallel to the floor and we're pointing the toe. Then we can bring the head forward and we bring the left arm forward. And thumbs against the side of the hand here. A full extension now from the top of the fingers all the way down to the toes on the right side. And you'll notice probably that some of you are sort of wobbling around. Look forward first. And we can move the body actually forward and back until we can find the balance between these 2 points. Keep the stomach in so the back stays straight and conscious position. Now inhale, we bring the left hand to the mat, head still up, we bring the right knee to the mat, and then we exhale the head down between the arms, and again we relax the upper back. Just use the weight of the head here between the arms. Good. Left side, inhale, head up. Left leg out straight. Again, look back, parallel to the floor, point the toe. Look forward, stomach in. Right arm straight forward. And what we're looking for here is a balance between the left hand and the right knee. And again, we can move quite a lot in this position so we don't feel like sort of we're getting to a position and doing this with the body. We want to find a position where we're completely in balance. Don't forget to breathe, of course. Inhale, bring the right hand to the mat. Left knee to the mat with the head still up. Then exhale down with the head, and again, we relax the neck. Good. Now, we're going to reach forward with the right hand over the mat. We're going to place the hand onto the mat. And then we're going to do the same thing on the left. So out over the mat, place the hand on the mat. The arms will become approximately parallel with each other. And we're going to keep the knees together today as we inhale and exhale and gently press the hips back until the stomach comes to the upper legs. Then bring the forehead and possibly the nose onto the mat, keeping the arms straight. I want you to conscious breath through the nose here. Don't try and breathe through the mouth. Conscious breath through the nose. And as we breathe, the body starts to relax. You can watch this relaxation. And then we can use this relaxation. So imagine, without moving your hands, you take a deep breath again. And exhale, press the hips back just that little bit more. Feel the extension in the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, and then place the forehead and nose back on the mat. Conscious breathing. Good. We inhale, gently coming up out of the position. Bring the hands back under the shoulders. And then exhale as we bring the buttocks back to the heels. Again here, we lift the upper body so the hands naturally come to the knees. Here we can have a cushion under the legs or under the ankles if it's more comfortable, until we can completely relax in this position. Often when we start doing yoga, we can have discomfort in the knees, and this is generally from the tightness that we can feel in the front of the thigh muscles and down to the knees, because what's happening is pulling the bone of the front of the knee here into the joint, which makes it very, very uncomfortable. So the more we can stretch out the leg muscles, the more comfortable it becomes. And eventually you'll be able to sit down on the floor between your feet. Good. All right, so we're going to come forward again. Hands under the shoulders. And today, again, as I said earlier, it's a little bit about strength. So we're going to come into a position which is called caterpillar, which we did practice last week. Yes, okay, you weren't in the class right now. Okay, so you might need to watch a little bit. All right, so I want you to think about bringing the right hand in front of your left hand, so on the top of your long finger on the left hand, right? Then move the hand over, so it's straight in front of the shoulder again. And now move the left hand forward until it's parallel with the right. This gives you the correct position for your hands for this particular position. And we're going to go through caterpillar and up into cobra. We do that by inhaling the hips back, bring the elbows down towards the floor. And just before the elbows touch the floor, we bring the chest down between the hands, close to the mat. And then we slowly move forward, keeping the elbows into the side of the body. Keep the body away from the mat. Don't forget to smile. And we take some breaths. We then inhale, straightening the arms and coming up into the cobra position and relax the back. Now suddenly this cobra feels very easy compared with the caterpillar position before. So we can just relax here, use the arms for support, back's nice and relaxed. And then we bring again the buttocks back to the feet. We then lift the upper body, hands slide along the mat and up onto the knees. And we come back to hero position. Feel the strength in your arms, or the flow in the chest and the arms. We gently open the eyes. We come forward with the hands again under the shoulders. Guess what? We're going to do it again. Right hand in front of the long finger on the left side. Hand comes across the mat. Left hand forward. Inhale, hips come back. Elbows come down towards the mat. Just before they touch, chest comes down between the hands. Elbows tight into the side of the body. We come forward, the elbows lift towards the top of the room. We come forward, 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 forward. Hold, breathe. Inhale, we come up. Relax the lower back. Arms strong, straight. Proud cobra here. Stretch up towards the top of the room. Relax the lower back. And then again, we gently release, come back. Hands stay where they are, remember. Buttocks come back to the feet. Hands slide along the mat as we lift the upper body. Hands come to the knees. Shake off any tension you have. And breathe, settling into your pelvis, sitting down onto the feet. Maybe you're just that little bit closer to the floor, or you can start to take the cushion away from between the legs. Good, we're going to come forward with the body down onto the mats now. And we're going to have the lower arms and the elbows and your hands on the mat. We're going to do half cobra. So we're going to start with the forehead on the mat. Now this is a lot about back muscles. So we have the feet and the knees together. We point the toes out behind you. And again, as I said, we're going to use the back muscles. So inhale, lift your head into your maximum position. So you're looking forward. Very important here that we hold that position with the neck, as we then lift the upper body as high as possible with the back muscles. Now, you should be able to lift the hands and the arms away from the floor, because you're only using the back muscles. So basically, you're not supporting with the arms. Breathe. We inhale and exhale, we relax. Coming all the way back down to the mat, forehead to the mat. Separate the feet to the sides of the mat. Hands come forward under the forehead as we come into Crocodile 1. Rocking the hips left to left, right to right. Just to release any tension we're feeling in the lower back. And we bring the feet together again in the center. Lower arms, elbows, hands on the mat. Elbows into the side of the body, so not elbows out here, into the side of the body, forehead to the mat. Again, we're using the back muscles. Half cobra. Inhale, lift the head. Hold the position, lift with the back muscles. Do not use the arms, they're just resting on the floor. Maximum up here, tighten the buttocks, just that little bit more. Don't forget to smile. Feet together, feet together, feet together. Feel how that supports the lower back. Good, inhale. Drop down the body. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Elbows out to the side and again into first crocodile. You can move the feet to the sides of the mat so we can completely relax this time. In the hips and the lower back, rock the hips left to left, right to right. Any tension away from the lower back. Good. Gently lift the head. Place the back of the left hand under the left shoulder and place the back of the right hand under the right shoulder. So we look left, right. Spread the fingers out so we have a good contact with the mat and forehead to the mat. Now we're coming up into the full cobra, but the only difference here is that instead of using the back muscles, we're now going to use the arms. So we're doing exactly the opposite. The back is going to relax and we're going to use the arms. So we inhale, lift the head, maximum position, hold the position, press with the arms, all the way up. Good. You can take a few breaths here, relax the back. Good. Inhale. Hold the breath. Use the arms all the way back down to the mat. Keep the back muscles relaxed. And then forehead to the mat. You're going to go straight into it for the second time. So we inhale, lift the head. Hold the position, relax the back, straighten the arms. You're going to come a little bit higher this time. It's such a wonderful position. Good. Nice and relaxed. Inhale. Hold the breath. Use the arms all the way back down to the mat. Keep the back relaxed. Forehead to the mat. And bring the hands again under the forehead. Again, Crocodile 1. And rocking backwards and forwards or side to side to release any last tension you might have in the back. We bring the feet together and the knees together in the center. I'm going to lift the upper body much like we did in the half cobra. So we lift the upper body away from the mat. We look down to the center of the mat. And we're going to bring both elbows to this point in the center of the mat, wrists together, and rest the head into your hands. So here we're relaxing the upper back, the chest, take a nice long inhale and a long exhale. Feel how the body sinks down here. Chest relaxing even more. Upper back. Feel the stretch in the front of the neck and the slight compression at the back. Like resting your head into a flower in the spring. Good. So we're going to gently release this position. Place the hands on the mat, and then slowly, gently, and as beautifully as possible, we're going to come to a sitting position with the legs straight. So up, stomach muscles, and bring the legs round. Good. Superb. Okay, I'm going to turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. Again, those of you in the room, yes, you can sit at the back of the mat, facing the front of the room. So you're on the long side of the mat. Same at home if you wish to. And we've been practicing a position where we've been stretching out the inside of the thigh. So this is slightly different, but we start in the same way. So right foot goes to the right corner of the mat. And we're going to bring the left foot in. Now, before we move the knee out until we felt this little stretch here, and we can do that again. But this time, we're going to take the toe on the right side with the first two fingers and thumb. So I call this really the pistol grip. So the fingers are going to come out between the toes, and then you're going to grip the toe. So basically, through the toes, grip the toe, straighten the knee, and lock this position. Then we're going to bring the left hand down to the knee, and we're just going to rest in this position and relax the neck. Breathe. So this is a preparation for the next position we're about to do. So we inhale, lift the body, open both shoulders and reach out with the left arm. So we have a nice straight line all the way from the fingers on the right side through the shoulders and out to the fingers. So we don't overextend the shoulder there. Yes, okay, you can bring the hand forward. That's much better. Good. So it should be quite relaxed. No overextension of the elbow or anything, nice and relaxed. And then we pull back with the body so that the heel comes up away from the mat. There you go. So you can feel that little extra stretch here. Yeah. So actually very nice. So again, no overextending the shoulder here, just nice straight line, should be nice and relaxed. Good. Inhale, exhale, we bring the left hand to the right toe, and then we release the position. We change sides, of course. Left out, right foot in. Move the knee out on the right. We feel this little stretch here. We take the toe on the left side. And again, we're going to place the hand on the knee and just drop the head. Good. We raise the head. Again, lengthen the back, crown the head. Good. Just go. We open the shoulders, reach out. No overextension. Good. And then we pull back with the body. Good. So we get that little extra stretch in the back of the leg there. Breathe. Very good. Yes. Yeah. Don't forget to breathe. Lift to the crown of the head. Good. Very nice. Inhale, exhale, hand comes around on the right to the left toe, and we release. Good. We're going to lie on the back. Remember remember when we come down to the mat in the Hatha Yoga, we want to use the stomach muscles. So when we come down, I want to encourage you to point the toes out, make the knees strong and straight, and we bring the body down to the mat using the stomach muscles. And we want to roll the body down one bone at a time onto the mat. If this is not possible, of course, you can use the elbows in the beginning, but we want this control all the way to the mat. And then we can relax. Good. So we're going to come into a double leg lift. We bring both hands under the buttocks. Not under the lower back, but under the buttocks. So the fingers are pointing in towards the center. Now, we're going to use the stomach muscles. So we also want to protect the back. Now, there's several different ways of doing this. If you have a lot of back pain, for example, or discomfort in the lower back, you can start with the feet coming into the buttocks here. We just lift the knees into the chest, and then we straighten the legs, right? Otherwise, what we can do is have the legs straight. This demands a lot more from the stomach muscles. Point the toes, knees straight, stomach in towards the back. Then we inhale, lift both legs straight, flex the feet. Exhale down, toes strong, knees strong, control all the way to the mat. In the beginning, you can use the arms for support, but as much as possible, we're trying to use the stomach muscles here. So inhale, legs come up, flex the feet. Exhale down, toes out, knees strong and straight, all the way to the mat. Good, 2 more times today. Inhale, both legs come up, flex the feet, hold, exhale down, point the toes out, knees strong and straight. Very nice. One more time. Inhale, keep the stomach in, strong in the stomach muscles. Flex the feet. Exhale down. Once the heels touch, relax. So move the feet out and just be conscious of the heat of your body. It will have changed. Maybe you're even feeling just that little bit sweaty. If you are, good job. Good, feet together, arms along the side of the body into the single leg lock. So again, this is a lot about lower back and the upper back. Keep the shoulder blades on the mat at all times, so we're not cheating. So, good, right side first. Inhale, you bring the right knee into the chest, use the arms to pull the knee in, and we exhale the forehead to the knee, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat. Inhale, head back, and exhale, placing the feet together. Left side, inhale, tight into the chest, using the hands again. Exhale, bring the head gently up towards the knee. Inhale, head back, and exhale as we place the feet together. And right side, inhale, tight into the chest, point the toes on both feet, and exhale the head gently to the knees, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat. Inhale, head back, and exhale. And there's a very good reason for what I'm saying here. Left side, inhale, we stretch out the lower back, but pulling the knee into the chest. Then we exhale the head only to the knee. This stretches out the neck and the upper back. Inhale, head back, and exhale as we place the feet together. One more time, right side, inhale, tight into the chest. Use the hands. Exhaling the head gently to the knee. Point the toes out. Inhale, head back, and exhale, feet together. Left side, inhale, tight into the chest. Use the hands, point the toes. Exhale, knees strong and straight on the right side. Inhale, head back, and exhale, feet together. Separate the feet again, corners of the mat, arms away from the side of the body, and flatten uppåt in Sweden. Otherwise, palms of the hands towards the top of the room, relax the hips so the feet can fall out to the sides. Good. All right, now we're going to come into a position which is called the boat. So we bring the feet together, knees together, arms again along the side of the body. Now, before we do this, there's again 2 different ways of doing this. Again, if you have lower back pain, which I had an enormous amount of when I started doing yoga, then do it in this way instead. Bring the left foot to the inside of the knee, so you can watch me here. Right foot comes to the beside the left foot, and the knees together. Now, all I'm going to do here is keep the lower back on the mat, which is where most of us feel most of the problems that we have in the back. And that is a lot to do with the fact that we don't have enough stomach muscles to control what's happening in the spine. So again, activate the stomach muscles, and we're just going to lift the upper body away from the mat, keeping the feet on the floor. And then back down. So even if this is not as difficult as doing it with the legs straight, you're still using the same muscles. So don't be fooled in thinking that, oh, I'm not doing it properly, because you are. Feet on the floor, roll the body up and back down. So when we're doing this position, if you have discomfort in the lower back, please do it this way so you don't hurt yourself. It's really important that we can do yoga next week and that you can tell your friends tomorrow that it was nice doing yoga, not horrible. All right? So we place the feet together in the center, or having the feet together and knees together. Make a fist with your hands. Again, we make a strong stomach muscles, so we're supporting the back. And now we inhale, lifting the upper body away from the floor, and then lifting the legs so that the knees come to your hands. So the knees are in, yeah, good. Exhale down. Keep the knees strong and straight. Now what's happening here is that the legs are compensating for the weight of the upper body. So as soon as you bend the knees, your stomach muscles have to work more. So trust me here. Keep the knees strong and straight, toes out. Inhale, body comes up, legs straight. Lift, push, good. Exhale down, back down to the mat with control, all the way to the mat. We do it one more time. Inhale, body comes up, lift the legs, good. Exhale now, strong all the way back to the mat. And relax, good. Again, we can feel this warmth in the body. This is one of the fire positions. I work a lot with elements in the yoga and using these elements to support the yoga. And this is very much one of these fire positions, which is why we feel this little bit sort of sweaty feeling after this position. Good. Can gently come up to a sitting position. I'm going to share something with you that's quite important, and I did it with the previous class as well. About 18 months ago, or just over 18 months ago, I had a very serious accident. I fell off a ladder 6 meters up away from the floor, and I broke my shoulder, messed up my knee, I broke my nose, which was off to one side, and got a fractured skull, so now I have a metal plate in my head here, and I suffered 5 brain bleeds. So it's been a long process of coming back to the yoga, and I haven't actually yogaed for almost all this time. So if you're wondering, I've just been doing yoga now for 1 month after this accident, and this was a near-death experience for me, and it's one of the reasons why I got this calling to do this channel. I want to share with people how you can be a normal person with normal problems and still do yoga, okay? So there are parts of my body that don't work as they used to. My shoulder will never be the same. My eyesight will never be the same. My hearing will never be the same, all right? But it doesn't mean I can't do yoga. And in fact, one of the things that stuck with me from what one of my teachers has said to me many, many years ago was, if you can't do it today, doesn't mean that you can't do it someday, all right? So try and remember this. Remember I was talking about doing 100% of what you can. It took me 10 years just to touch my toes, all right? This was done 1 millimeter a week and nothing more. It's just to allow the body to do what it can each time you do it. And if you can learn this patience with your own body and not push and just not allow your ego to get in the way, then everything is possible. That's what I mean by this. Everything is possible. And anybody can do yoga, right? It's not about trying to, create positions of this sort of weird and wonderful pretzel positions that people can do. Of course, I've done those too. I've done yoga for over 35 years. That's not what my passion is. My passion is to share that you can just feel that little bit better each day just by doing something really simple with the body, all right? Now, when I'm doing double leg lifts and that sort of thing, if you only could do it half or even 1 out of the 3 or 4 we did today, then that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, all right? Just accept and say, okay, today's like that. Next week, maybe it'll be better. Maybe in 2 weeks, you do 2. And then after a month, maybe 3. And then after a month, then 4, So for my own sake, when I started yoga, like I said, I had no intention of doing yoga whatsoever. None. I just wanted to go to the yoga to shut my friend up who was talking about this yoga all the time. I had no idea what yoga was, but I'm very grateful that he did. And that's what I'm trying to share, this feeling of the fact that we can actually do something and we don't have to feel stiffer and stiffer. The last thing I'm going to say on this, and it's something that I'm so alive with, is the fact that as a 63-year-old man, I'm in better condition than I was when I was 21. And I don't think there's so many people that can say that in the world. All right. So just keep this in mind. Have an enjoyment, do what you can. That's all this is. All right. Very good. All right. So I've now completely forgotten what we were going to do. No, I haven't. Please lie on the back. So remember, coming down to the mat, stomach muscles, right? So we train the stomach muscles. If you don't use the straight elbows, then we come down, we use the elbows just that little bit, just to control all the way to the mat. Good. And now we're going to bring both feet into the buttocks again. But this time, we're going to bring the toes to the outside of the buttocks. So you separate the knees just that little bit. So now we have just the toes on the mat. And we're going to reach down with the right hand to the ankle. Place the thumb behind the ankle. We do the same thing on the left. And then we bring the head back to the mat. Now we can bring the heels to the floor. And it's going to feel like the heels are just that little bit too close. But there is a reason for this. And a strong grip here with the fingers and the thumb so that the ankles don't escape from your hands. And we're going to press the hips up towards the top of the room. Good. Then walk the shoulders together so that we can press the hips as high as possible and then press the heels into the mat and up towards your shoulders. So if you look at me right now, if I press from the heels to the shoulders, this happens. Dunk. Okay, so I'm pressing down into the mat to lift the body. Now you're going to feel some stretch here, front of the thighs, knees, ankles, arms, shoulders, upper back, lower back. Don't forget to smile if it's not happening, because it will. And then we take a deep breath and we hold the breath as we put the lower back onto the mat. Shoulder blades back onto the mat. And then exhale the legs away from you, keeping the lower back on the mat. Relax again. So doing yoga is not just about physically working with the body, it's also about learning where to rest as well. And every single yoga position there is simply a combination of which muscles to use and which muscles to relax. Good. All right, coming back up to the knees, and it really doesn't matter how we do this. So just roll over to the side, press into the mat, come up. We come to the knees. Got to face into center here. Okay, so how are we going to come to the standing position, which we're going to do next? Now, there's several different ways of doing this. But right now, I'm going to do this together with you. So we're going to come up onto the knees. We separate the knees, and I want you to bring the right foot forward now. Place it on the mat. We bring both hands to the top of the knee, and we simply push and stand. Good. All right. So there's several different ways of coming up. This is one of them. So, good. Face the long side of your mat. We're going to come into now a position where we can do okay. You're going to adjust the camera just a little bit. There you go. Thank you.
I don't want you to be beheaded.
So we're going to jump the feet apart, and we're going to land on the toes and place the heels. I won't do that again. All right. Listen to my feet. Don't do it yet. Listen to my feet. Place the heels. Place the heels, okay? So toes, then heels. Toes, then heels. Good. All right, so we do one more time, apart, toes, then the heels. We lift the arms and we're going to turn the feet to the right. Yes, right, good. All right, so we're going to come into triangle position. And what I'm not going to encourage you to do right now is to bring the hand to the floor, which eventually we will. But we're going to move the body out over the leg. We're going to bring the right hand down to the leg, wherever that is going to come. Now, it might come to the middle of your leg or even to the knee, right? What's important is that it's directly under your right shoulder. And at the moment, I don't want you to go any further than the ankle, okay? So even if you're really, really flexible, stay on the ankle. Then we're going to open the shoulders and we're going to look up to the left hand. So we stretch from the left hand all the way down to the right. Now you'll notice I can take the right hand away from the ankle here. I'm just basically hanging into the position. Good, breathe. Good. Active position. Extend back into the hip on the right side. Then we inhale, come back up, straighten the feet, and we exhale the feet together. Toes, heels, relax the arms. Now, in the beginning, often what happens is the body actually falls forward, so we don't have the shoulder over the hand, and we end up doing this, which of course doesn't look very nice. And it definitely doesn't feel very nice. So again, into the hip, hand under the shoulder, then reach up. So if we do that, it's nice and relaxed and we're just hanging in the position. Otherwise it becomes very physical and not particularly comfortable. Jump the feet apart. We turn the feet to the left. We extend out with the body over the left leg. We look down, hand under the shoulder. We rotate the back and we look up to the right hand. And again, you can take the hand away from the ankle, but make sure that it's under the shoulder. Look down, hanging under the shoulder. Right. Then rotate in here. Then you don't have to overextend the arm. Good. All right. Inhale, we come up. Straighten the feet. We exhale the feet together. Good. All right. We jump the feet apart again. Place the heels. This time, bend the knees. We're going to do abdominal position. So here we want the knees, so the toes pointing straight forward or to the long side of the mat. Right? We support the upper back onto the knees. So you're holding the knees and basically hanging onto the knees. So you can watch my head here sinks down between my shoulders and the arms are straight. So we're not using my stomach muscles or my back muscles to hold the body up here. I'm actually leaning down onto my arms here. Actually, if I took my arms away, I would actually fall, okay? So I'm hanging onto the knees. Then we drop the head and we inhale through the nose. Lift the head, maximum exhale with the mouth. Empty the body. Now, without breathing, pull in your stomach muscles to the spine. Release the stomach muscles, head down, inhale. Good, lift the head, maximum exhale through the mouth. Without breathing, pull in the stomach. Release the stomach, head down, inhale. One last time, lift the head, maximum exhale, elbows straight, support the body. Without breathing, pull in the stomach. Release the stomach, head down, inhale. Then we straighten the knees. Very good. Jump the feet together. Nice. Good. So again, we're going to come down to the mat. So again, however you want to come down today. We will learn to go up and down using different techniques, but today just taking it easy and doing exactly what you can do. All right. So we're going to take one last stretch today. So a nice sort of cooling down position. You're going to bring the left heel into the center of the groin. Right heel comes in front of the left heel. Both knees are approximately 45 degrees out to the side. It doesn't really matter at the moment if they're up like this. And we can use cushions under the knees if you wish. We come down to a position forward, wherever that is. Now that might be hands, it might be elbows, and you might be able to stretch the arms all the way out and just bring the forehead and the nose to the mat. Wherever you are comfortable, this is what's important. You can use the cushion under the forehead if you wish, but just coming down into your maximum position. Keep the buttocks on the mat or the floor and relax. Don't forget to breathe. You bring both hands back to the knees. You inhale, gently coming up out of the position. And then please lie on the back and completely relax. So if you have any discomfort in your lower back, please place a cushion or the long cushion under your knees. Separate the feet to the sides of the mat. This is really important so the hips can relax, lower back can relax. And making sure, of course, that your shoulder blades again are on the mat. By moving the arms away from the side of the body, move anything that might be in your way out of your way so you can completely relax without distraction. Close the eyes. And again, conscious of how the earth beneath you is supporting your body. Grounding you, holding and supporting you. It has done this since you were born and will continue to do this without question of who you are or why are you here or what are you doing. It does it because you are here. Feeling again the space between the body and the floor, almost as if the space that's surrounding you is holding up your body. Conscious of the gentle movement of the body with the breath. Watching the stillness of the body and mind. And even if the body is still, conscious of how somehow the body has changed from when we started this evening, or this particular course. Maybe it's feeling lighter, or warmer, or more subtle, or supple. Imagining now that you're standing At the edge of a forest, you see a path in front of you. And you feel inspired to follow this path, one step at a time. There is no effort, it's simply placing one foot in front of the other. Feel the gravel under your feet. Smells of everything that surrounds you, and the hounds long in the distance howling. The sounds of nature. All the time, one step in front of the next and in front of the next. Again, there is no effort. Simply one foot in front of the other. And eventually, after some time, you find yourself at the top of a mountain with the most stunning view you have ever seen, stretching far, far to the horizon. It's a deep blue sky above you. The sun is shining. In the distance, you see valleys, small villages, rivers, more mountains. You realize at this particular moment in time there is limitless choices of where you can place the next step. You turn round and you see the path that led you to this particular moment in time. And you realize that everything you have ever done in your life has led you to this moment in time. This in itself gives strength and balance. The ultimate example of this is the mountain that you are standing on. I now invite you to come back to your breath, the gentle movement of the body as the body breathes. The gentle support of the space that surrounds you and the earth beneath you. The familiarity of the space that surrounds you. Conscious that the body is completely still, but completely relaxed. Still mirroring the positions that we practice today. And we allow ourselves to drift deeper and deeper and deeper into this conscious state of mind, body, and soul. And when you are ready, slowly, gently, waking the body, maybe moving your fingers and toes, coming back to the physical awareness of your body. Maybe having a gentle stretch, if you wish to. And then slowly and gently coming up from the mat to a sitting position. We bring the hands together. We bring them down in front of the chest. Somebody asked me once if this was some kind of religious thing that we do, and it really isn't. It is just simply to thank each other for this time that we've shared together. So think of it this way, either thanking yourself or everybody else that just shared this with you. We take a deep breath together. And we exhale forward. We inhale, gently coming up. And then exhaling the hands to the knees, relaxing the shoulders. Still maybe conscious of how the body just feels that little bit different. Namaste. Before I leave today, I'd like to thank everybody that has so far joined this channel. I woke up this morning with 100 subscribers, and it is spreading really, really quickly. So this week, in fact, probably tomorrow, I'm going to start releasing my meditations, and this is between 10 to 15 minutes to 1 hour. And you can choose which of them you can use and whenever you want to. So they'll be recorded, so you can do this wherever. You can be sitting on a swing in the middle of a park somewhere with your headphones on. It doesn't really matter. They're guided meditations. And I am also going to be starting to do breath work. And each day now I will be releasing a short video on YouTube about how to do simple yoga positions in the most effective way. with that, I'd like to thank you again very much for being here, and namaste. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful evening, wherever you are in the world. I know there's a lot of different countries, so bye-bye for now.